Let me get right into it because we all know what the topic of discussion is, right? The Dallas Cowboys blew it again. They blew it again. Now, there's this dude named Southern Steve that people like to call me from time to time because I use that Southern accent. And I reckon I understand where they're coming from. Because see, when you look at the Dallas Cowboys right here, I've tried to tell people all the time, just wait. Be patient. Sure enough, they won't let you down. But having said that, even I, back to Stephen A. Smith, did not expect them to get their asses whipped the way that they did. That was an ass whipping, okay? They were down 48-16 with 6 minutes left in the game. I don't want to hear anything about a final score of 48-32. I don't want to hear anything about Dak Prescott throwing for over 300 yards with a throw with about 2 or 3 touchdowns. I don't want to hear any of that. They got spanked. They got spanked. And I want to put into perspective how just devastating this loss was yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, Sunday afternoon in Dallas, Texas, marked the 28-year anniversary to the day that the Dallas Cowboys last appeared in an NFC Championship game. And on that day, as a number 2 seed, with the expectation that the only thing standing in their way would be the San Francisco 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys wet the bed. They couldn't do a damn thing right. Usually, when you win the coin toss, you'll give it to the opposing team's offense because you want to start the second half with the ball. Not Green Bay. Green Bay took the ball. Marched 12 plays, 75 yards, opening drive, touchdown. Up 7-0. Dak Prescott ultimately would throw an interception. Next thing you know, another touchdown by Green Bay. The list went on and on. Dallas 3 and out. Green Bay gets the ball back. Another touchdown from Jordan Love. And then, before you knew what hit you, shocked and appalled at what was happening to Dallas before our very eyes, Dak Prescott turns around and throws a pick six. A pick six. This cat Savage picked it up, scampered into the end zone. They missed the extra point, but Green Bay is still up 27-0. It was so bad that at halftime, Jimmy Johnson, noted analyst on Fox Sports, because Fox was carrying the game. At halftime, Jimmy Johnson looked like he was damn near ready to have a stroke. He'd lost it. And he was going off, and Michael Strahan, my buddy, tried to play around and jump on the ground and do some push-ups. He was so inspired. He was so ready. But Michael Strahan, Jimmy Johnson wasn't playing. He lost it. Because once again, Jimmy Johnson was just a week or so removed from being finally inducted into the Ring of Honor. Damn near 30 years too late as far as I'm concerned, but that's neither here nor there. And everybody was talking about how the curse had been lifted, Hell, even I got caught up in the noise. Not believing the Dallas Cowboys would go to the Super Bowl, but at least believing they'd go to the NFC Championship game. I even got caught up in all of that. And what happened? You know what happened? The Dallas Cowboys stunk up the joint. Dak Prescott looked like a petrified puppy. CeeDee Lamb couldn't get open. Brandon Cooks was a non-factor. Ferguson, the tight end, made a couple of good catches. Tony Pollard made a couple of good runs, but that was all. They looked completely out of sync and couldn't get anything going against a Green Bay's defense that was considered vulnerable, particularly against the pass. But I got news for you. Having said all of that, I don't blame anybody as much as I blame Dallas's defense led by Dan Quinn. Dallas was so bad yesterday. Not only do I think that Dan Quinn should be immediately eliminated as a head coaching candidate in Seattle or anywhere else for that matter, but I also believe, guess what? If the Dallas Cowboys moved on from Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn would end up without a job. And guess what? I can't knock it. Did you see some of the plays? Did you see when this cat Musgrave scored this touchdown? Did you see him scamper down the right sideline? Fox had to zoom out so it would show that a Dallas Cowboy defender was in the vicinity. There was no one around. They were completely hoodwinked.